This is On Approach. You're watching episode 35 and 36.
63, climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Tempo 63.
463, contact the New York Center, 128.3.
28 for Tempo 63, good day. Hello, Captain.
On Approach is a weekly flight sim and aviation enthusiast podcast covering user-submitted topics and news on the skylounge.tv. Welcome everyone in full VR today. We'll start from the top. Mr. Kevin, aka Biarzed.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, bro? Can you
Dude, we
actually
need to
see
make
us?
a VR.
Can you actually see
it's
us?
not. It's actually not plugged in right now, but I could in 2D. But we should definitely do some VR 3D thing. It'd be nice.
It would project a 2D image, right? Like a large 2D image. Well, it would feel like a large 2D image, right? That you could scan around in.
Basically, you'd be like in a theater.
Gotcha.
A virtual theater with a big screen in front of you, but the resolution's not good enough. So
You really wouldn't want to see me that big.
Yes, especially not knowing you wear no pants when we record these episodes.
Yeah.
Hey, optional. That's optional, man.
Pants optional, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Spark Smudge.
Good morning.
Good morning, man. Good morning. It's good to have you back on here. We've had one hell of a week. I had over 100-degree temperatures here, and it's just been absolute hell on earth. We don't have AC in the bay. And you have suffered twice that, basically, without any internet at all.
I have no internet still, and I do have to thank, I think it's Giuseppe Brothers or whatever they're called downstairs, whose Wi-Fi I'm actually currently stealing.
Borrowing.
Borrow.
Make you an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah. Does that come with
You'll
free?
give it back.
Are there free meatballs with the Wi-Fi?
No meatballs. I've never been in there. There's a burger place next door. I prefer burger than meatballs. So.
All right. Makes sense. We'll see if we go eat there when we go visit for Cosford.
It's 3 weeks, man. 3 weeks.
Look, all I want is for you to say, we're going to this place to have proper fish and chips. That
can be arranged. That can be arranged.
And I think it was Pear that told me. I think it was Pear. He was like, it has to be in the New York Times. Is that right? Is that like a thing?
He said the Telegraph, didn't he?
Oh, the Telegraph.
You don't get it in paper anymore. That's it's not allowed now.
No.
Oh, you can't get it on newspaper anymore.
It's like our grandparents lived to 100 eating it out in newspaper, but no, it's dangerous now.
That's stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. B. Crawley.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, floating head. Oh, dang. Look at that. Oh, man. So it's good to get together in here once again. Not only have we had a crazy week, what the heck is going on around the world, man? It's just, first Houston and then, the Caribbean, Cuba, Florida.
Mexico.
Yeah, it's madness. So it's now been downgraded to, I believe, just a tropical storm. So I think the worst of the worst is over. Or it may just be beginning, really, for some.
There's another one coming, though.
Is there still the second one coming in?
Yeah, the second one's still moving in. But it's not, I don't think it was a Category 1 yet.
So they were, I was watching TV, and there was an interview of a guy that had no plans of leaving. And he was in a high flood area, and he had no plans of leaving. And they were like, well, can we get to the bottom of why you don't want to go? And his explanation was the first time that it finally made me think to myself, like, wow, he has a very good point. He said, if I leave my house and I end up at some other random ground zero, he's like, meanwhile, my house is getting flooded, possibly looted, and then I end up stuck somewhere where I don't have anything at all, and gosh only knows when I'll get access to come back home, because, they end up cordoning off these areas, and they're like, you can't go home. It's unsafe. And he's like, maybe I won't even get to come back to my house. And he's like, I have 2 floors. I have all my stuff moved up to the 2nd floor. We're fine. We have supplies. We've got everything we need to defend ourselves. And he's like, and we're going to stay put. We're going to stay put in our home. And it was the first time that it finally clicked, like, damn, he has a good point.
After having seen what happened in the Caribbean, where everything is so devastated, is so destructed, that there is looting everywhere. The police cannot do its job because they don't have access, and they are totally overwhelmed. So you have a lot of crimes there. It's not safe. There's like mass killing and stuff like that happening right now. There, politics just does not apply anymore. It's like playing what's that game? Everyone's playing Battleground or something.
Oh, yeah. Public Battlegrounds or whatever.
PUBG. Yeah,
PUBG.
exactly.
Yeah, PUBG.
It's exactly like that right now in the Caribbean. Not so much in Florida, but hurricanes just blew everything up.
I totally understand those people that want to stay home and protect their property, man. You want to come in my house and loot me. I've got a 12-gauge shotgun on the other side of the door waiting for you, man. Come on in.
Yeah.
Survival at that point. Yeah.
Survival.
It's also overshadowed the 9/11 memorials, really. I mean, we must remember that as well.
It has indeed. Today is that day.
There's someone that one of my friends that posted on Facebook about 9/11, and he said it's one of those events that shook and shaped the entire generation. I was always remember September 11. It changed the world. It changed the way our generation thinks about politics and stuff like that. So I really liked it.
It paused time and left a time marker in everybody's lifespan. Like everyone can remember that moment and what we were doing, where we were at, what we were eating. Like we can all remember that tick, and it's
like
incredible.
Kennedy over again.
Yeah. So was that comparable? I wasn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our hearts go out to those affected by catastrophic events over the past 2 weeks. Stay safe and Sky 5, folks. Let's get to the news. FlightSimExpo 2018 in Las Vegas. This one created by Biarzed. What do you know, Mr. Biarzed?
Yeah, so I received this email earlier, was it last week?
Yeah.
And it was sent by Evan, which is one of the organizer behind FlightSimCon, or was, because it's unclear right now what's happening really. And basically what it is that they announced that there will be an event in Las Vegas. It's going to be a flight sim conference, I guess, just like we had with FlightSimCon. Might be different, I don't know.
With regards to Evan, so he was the organizer or host of FlightSimCon, yeah?
Yeah.
It was like he was like the organizer / host guy, right? So main guy.
Yeah. He was very, very, very good at what he did at FlightSimCon. Very good at managing stuff like that. He's a very good host.
When he was on the mic, he was amazing. I would say very much so a master of ceremonies.
Yeah, exactly. I'd give this guy my wedding any time of day.
I know, he really was
good.
Very comfortable on the mic. I respect you as well, by the way, because as much as I might feel like a talker, dude, you put me in front of people with a microphone, nope.
Oh, I have no problem doing that.
I'm hiding everywhere. Where's that Sin? He went to the bathroom and he's probably not coming back. Like
it gets to you at some point.
Yeah.
I was in high school and was going in front of the class wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
But being in front of an audience and knowing what you talk about, it works good.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I never know what I'm talking about.
How much money for us to go to Vegas then, Sparky?
Yeah.
Start saving, Mr. B. Start saving.
It's going to be one of the best events of the year. I don't know if FlightSimCon is going to happen parallel to that. I don't know if it's 2 separate events. It seems like it. right before getting this email, FlightSimCon published on their YouTube page what looks like a trailer or a teaser for next year's event based on what happened this year. So I guess it's still happening on the East Coast, but now
Evan wasn't in that video.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And that's what's crazy, right? Like that's the kind of the weird little nugget. It was all these faces of people that I hadn't met, and honestly I felt like I met all the right people, but then I see these people speaking about Flight SimCon 2018 or speaking about Flight SimCon, and Evan wasn't in there, and I found that kind of odd. And then this comes out, which definitely leads you to believe there's been a split.
Yeah, it really does feel. I don't know the two other guys, Phil and Tom. I don't know them, but I pretty much sure we'll know about them fairly soon.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
I ask you, if they do both, which do you think will be most popular, the Vegas or the West Coast?
Vegas. I really feel that Vegas is going to be the best one because of the price to get there.
It's an instant kickstart, right? Like even if they don't have the history of already having existed, it's in Vegas. Like people barely need an excuse to go to Vegas, and now all of a sudden they can go to Vegas and have some flight sim stuff there as well. Like people are just gonna book tickets and go.
Yeah, and when it comes to
flight sim and hookers,
yeah, and booze, and yeah.
And when it comes to developers, we all went through with Evan. All the communication was made through Evan. And he's such a great guy that the developers will follow. I'm pretty sure about that.
There's that too.
I definitely will. Yeah, and now I'm uncertain about Flight SimCon because I don't know who manages it. I know.
Well, it's got two things working against it, right? You now have like you're saying, kind of the lack of this primary guy that you dealt with initially, and some completely fucking random ass place on the East Coast that's only convenient to a very small segment of the US, right? Like those that are on the East Coast, and then semi-convenient to the people in the middle, and definitely not convenient to those on the West Coast.
Yeah, exactly. I can drive to Flight SimCon. Yeah. I'm not going to drive to Las Vegas.
See, but I could drive to Vegas.
Different. That's the thing.
So you can fly here, and we'll road trip to Vegas.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. Absolutely.
In Ferraris.
Yep. How's going to be the rental for that? I don't know.
Don't worry about that. Mr. B is going to cover that. So what do you think, gentlemen across the pond? Vegas?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I'll definitely go if I can. Obviously, if I've got the monies. But yeah, I'll definitely start saving for Vegas. But if you look at it, I mean, coming from the UK, it's a lot easier to get a flight to Vegas than it is some fucking God knows where out of the way place in Massachusetts, where you probably got to get a flight and then a connecting flight and then a fucking bus and then a cab.
Bus and a mule.
To Vegas, man, and you're in the middle of fucking Vegas.
Don't forget the whale that has to take you up the coast and then yeah. Well, gentlemen, it looks like we need to start planning for Vegas. This one's submitted by Crazy K. FlyTheMaddog MD80 for P3D V3 and V4 announced. Welcome to our new Facebook page. Here you'll find news for our new product, FlyTheMaddog X. They couldn't resist putting an X at the end of the name. Like, it had to have an X. Everything Flight Sim has to have an X in it at some point.
That's the FSX days, though.
Yeah. Which is undergoing development for FSX. There we go. That's why it's there. P3D, V3, and V4.
It really does feel like the TFDI 717. The look and feel is very well. I guess the aircraft is very similar too, but it really does. There's something about it that feels familiar. It's very good texturing and 3D modeling.
It's more in line with the MD11. I think.
That's true. Absolutely.
Yeah, that is super sharp looking. Lighting wise, looks real good. Instruments wise, there's a bit more glass in here than I remember this plane having. Even
I guess there's an avionic like steam gauges that was available in the FSX days, but I guess they're not going to do it for that one. So it's still old CRT monitors or very first generation LCDs, but yeah.
I like the look. It's got that nice balance of old and new, hasn't it?
Yeah, you're right about that, Mr. B. It's I would say this is the kind of plane that might just interest me. It's riding that fine line between automation and having to do things.
Yeah.
I have a fun story with that, actually.
Yeah.
Back in the FSX days, that's 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago, when that airplane just released, it was one of the first ones to have shared cockpit. You could actually sit around with a friend and fly this airplane. I think it probably was the first one to do it. And we spent 2 hours on the ground just trying to start the damn thing, reading through manuals, and we were learning the airplane. And then we just taxied onto the runway, put full throttle. Co-pilot says, temperature. By the time I took the throttle down, they both had exploded. We were like 80 knots on the runway, slowing down. All the instruments shut down, blackout. We the only thing we heard was the engines shutting down in the back. And it was a memorable experience. I still remember 10 years later, this airplane is plotting to kill you every single second of it. So you're going to like it, Mr. Edson. I think you will.
I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
It's a very genuine airplane.
That happened to us with the Eclipse, Sparky, didn't it?
Yeah. I still can't get on with that plane.
Oh, I love it.
I guess it's like the Q400, right? It's like a love-hate relationship. Some people just fall in love with it, and some others just cannot bear to fly it.
I wonder if that window opens.
I love the MD-11, so I'll probably love this plane because it's very similar. And,
it's true.
I'll probably get on very well with this.
Look at the mechanism of the window.
Yeah, that's a lot of fine detail work in there.
Yeah. Every time you move the mouse on top of it, I'm thinking like there's a click spot there.
I'm
like,
that'd be sexy, dude. To see this much machinery move would be amazing. Can you imagine? If a developer went through all the work to make all of this genuinely move? That'd be sick.
If he has to support FSX, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true. There's a limitation, right? Cool plane. It probably will try and kill us.
Yeah. Successfully.
I foresee a definite clip of the week in this plane at some point in time.
How far out is that project?
Let's have a
by the end of the year, they said on the Facebook page. Yes, it's September 2nd. That's the one. That's the post.
Yeah, before 2018.
Not too long to wait then.
Not too long to wait. Flight Sim Labs A320X P3D V4 preview, also submitted by Crazy K. Folks, Crazy K is sweeping right now with the submissions. Hot on the tail of Mr. Tarpoon with...
one away.
Yeah, one away with a reputation of 12 for the week. And Mr. Crazy K with 11 for the week. Thank you so much, Crazy K, for submitting so many stories. We value that. Without you all, our viewers, submitting stories, we have nothing to talk about. So we appreciate you all very, very much and hope to see some more fresh names up here. I see Tomcat as well. Tomcat this week has definitely brought us some good scoops. So thank you all very much and keep it coming. Let's take a look at the Flight Sim Labs A320.
Looking good, looking good.
Yeah, we've got some video here.
We've been waiting for that one for a while now.
We've been waiting for an A320 period, right? Whether it's this one or Aerosoft, I think it's the first one that comes out is going to make people go crazy.
Well, the Aerosoft was supposed to be out in August.
Yeah.
So it's a bit late, isn't it?
Might lure Smurf John back into P3D.
Maybe. They done some really great stuff. This airplane.
So this is about
the-
details.
Yeah, exactly.
Check the vent here.
Instrument cooling system.
The A320 is not a good looking bird per se. I really don't dig the look of it. It's not interesting to look at, but they managed to make it interesting when you look at it.
Yeah.
And it really does look good. It looks alive. It looks like a real damn plane.
There it is, closing up.
Yeah. The
a little
PMDG doesn't
fin as
have
well.
that. Unless I'm mistaken, but
Double
this
doors.
door. Yeah.
Double
Those
doors. Yeah.
No other airplane have that I know of.
And the sounds that go with it are superb.
Those are some crispy cones. Look at that. That texture is sharp, dude.
I don't know if this is the same video, but they did one with the sounds on. Just demonstrating the sounds, and that was just amazing.
Yeah, that's this. The sounds are they are phenomenal.
And something I've always found missing when you start the APU up, you know, to go through the cycling and the spinning up of the APU. It's just, you know, it's great sound. That's your aircraft waking up.
They've also worked in flight crew sounds. So you have crew sounds built in also. Announcements, cabin announcements, stuff like that.
Picked one of the best airports in the simulation world to present it as well.
Is that Innsbruck? Innsbruck. You know, I haven't flown often into Innsbruck. I probably should do it more often.
That's a scary approach. I'll tell
Yeah.
you ought to try it.
They also mentioned something about the lighting on this plane specifically. Kevin, do you remember what that was?
Yeah, the lights are fading in and out when you turn them on and off, which is again the first. It's absolutely insane. It looks really good. We had that technology for the volumetric lighting, but it's good to have it for lighting itself.
Yeah.
So that's
That beacon looks amazing.
oh yeah, it's perfectly balanced, and you see it on the wingtip too.
Yeah.
That's my little model plane there off the right wing. Right. Yes,
You've got one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at the lights fading in.
Yeah, that was beautiful the way that turned on.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a shot with the wing light too. If you go back just a little bit, you'll see the lights fading in as well.
Oh yeah, that's so sexy.
So good.
That's so sexy.
So good.
Like just a standard halogen bulb, right? As opposed to that effect that you get from like an LED, for example, LED-based lights, which are instant on. A halogen bulb doesn't do that. Like it turns on like a car.
The
headlight.
LED has an opposite effect. So when you turn it on, it's going to be very bright, but a few minutes after, it's going to dim down to a stable state. But that's the reverse that's happening
The
compared to
strobes, dude. The strobes.
Yeah.
fantastic.
So good.
It's a shame it's an Airbus.
And here's some lighting on the outside.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful model.
And shut down to the lights. You see it fade out? Oh.
It's perfect. It's just
FlightSim Labs.
they created a category above PMDG.
They
just
that's
did that.
bold. Yeah?
Yeah. To my opinion, they just did that.
And
With
that's coming
those-
from an effects master.
Yeah, well, just for those little attention to detail, PMDG will, they do training sims. That's what they
Right.
do. They don't really care about the details like we've just observed now. And that's what sets it apart because they have the systems and they also have the details like that. So that's
Flushing
really
lavatories.
good. Yeah, small details.
Well, I think a lot of us are looking forward to some fresh aircraft in V4. There's a race now, right? It is the race between the Aerosoft A320 and this one. Obviously, I think they're in different categories. But let's see which one's gonna come first.
It'll be massively different.
Is it
price points
likely?
as well.
Is it likely that will the Aerosoft Airbus come before the Flight Sim Labs Airbus? Ask the 8-ball. Yes, definitely. We got a yes, definitely. So there you go. The magic 8-ball doesn't lie. We'll probably have the Aerosoft Airbus first. So hold on to your monies if you're looking for something a little bit more high end. FSDG announces triple jetway docking. So they based this one submitted by Crazy K. So I want to be excited. I do. I want to be excited, but I can't get one jetway to go correctly onto my plane, man. I can't get...
This is going to look like a bloody rabid octopus or something.
Yeah.
Can you imagine 3 jetways going through space and time?
Yeah. Was it shooting shooting stairs?
Shooting stairs.
The shooting stairs.
But again, where are the freaking hangars doors?
Yeah, dude. They need to be working on that.
There's no one flies the A380. There's no good one available. And those are the only one, I guess. Well, the 747 as well. So yeah, okay. One airplane. Hangar doors. That's for all of us. Thank you. That's my small request.
We like hangers.
Yeah.
We do like hangars. But this does look pretty damn sexy. You have to admit. You know, if we've got the right plane, we've got the right airport, and we've got a GSX that works correctly, or a SODA that works correctly, then this would look real clean as you pull into a gate and park up and have 3 jetways reach out. That'd be one amazing ending to the stream. I can already like frame the shot in my head, you know?
Yeah.
It's all very well and good if they work. I mean, obviously it's FS Dream Team.
FSDG.
Yeah, but if FS Dream Team use their oh man, I've been out of the sim so long.
You're hurt.
The ground crew.
GSX.
Right, the GSX.
GSX integrated, and you could just say, right, just attach all of these rather than having to do it through the SODA menu. It'd be better.
So that's another thing too. I mean, you bring up another frustration point for me. I love GSX. I love the extra little touch of realism that it brings to the end of a show or to the beginning of a show. But more for me for the beginning of the show, because at the beginning GSX doesn't get in the way of anything really. But at the end, I hate when I pull up to a gate that has a jetway, I pull the jetway up, and then I tell GSX to deboard, and I get a stair truck. Yeah, a stair truck rolls up into the damn jetway and plops up against my plane. So now I have a jetway and a stair truck, and it drives me insane.
That's just the programmers haven't on the AFCAD.
So,
you know, each points, and if you go into their settings, you can actually select that gate and tell it if it's got a jetway or not. But you have to manually do it, which is shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can manually edit it, but I don't know. I feel like something in that system needs to be a bit smarter. Now, don't get me wrong. It's amazing that the data that already exists in our sims to know what gates go where, and the AI goes to the right gates, and that terminal's the American terminal, and that terminal's like all that blows my mind. There's an amazing amount of data in there, but I feel like there's still something that can unite all of that into one incredible ground experience at an airport.
That's right. I can't wait to see what FS2 crew is going to come up with.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Kevin. I was going to say if FS2
Ultimate Ground Crew. Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's Ultimate Ground Crew, right? Is the name?
Yeah. You need the new 8-ball to see when that's coming out. Is that going to come out before the next century?
Before the next century? How about before the end of the year? Magic 8-ball. Are we going to see FS2 Crew's Ultimate Ground Crew before the end of the year. As I see it, yes.
Wow.
All right.
I doubt it.
It's not
As
an
I
8
see
ball,
it,
it's a
yes.
yes ball.
It's a yes
Doubt
ball.
the 8 ball.
You're just a stupid yes ball. Now this does look cool. This does look more eye candy. I love eye candy. So bring it on. The airport guys announced Blue Ridge Mountains GA series. This one brought to us by Ivana Fly. This is a nice little little offering here. The airport guys, amazing name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like a nice selection of airports in the Blue Ridge Mountains. The Blue Ridge Mountains are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. And from what I read, they're going to be, there you go, blah, blah, blah. What separates this product line apart from anything else in the flight simulation industry is the cost to value relationship. Each airport will be priced at a modest $5. That's it, just $5. Up to 9 quality GA airports for flights possible as short as 25 nautical miles to 150 with high resolution terrain mesh for a maximum of $45 for the 9 of them or whatever. We challenge anyone to find other airports of our quality for a price this low.
How did they do this?
I don't know.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but let's take a peek and see.
Must be a hobby for them as opposed to a business.
It could
guess,
very well be.
but
So Twin
$5
County
a piece.
is already out. Let's have a peek at Twin County. Whoa, what a beautiful website, yeah?
It is, yeah.
That's clean.
That's how you know it
this
was
is
made by pilots.
Yeah. So this is one of the airports already completed.
Yeah. See that little board on the right? The economic impact of this airport is $1.3 million per year.
Are they showing off?
No, I think it has to do with the amount of GA airports that are closing in the US. And they don't want this airport to close, so they've put that in there.
Oh, so it's like an announcement to the community, huh?
Yeah, because they don't see shit coming through the airport, but it's actually an income for the city. So they just see plane going through, and they're like, it's noisy. I don't like that.
Ah,
They try to close it.
Gotcha.
So it's happening a lot here in Canada too. We're losing airport by the day.
Wow.
Because people are complaining.
Twin County Airport, really nice sign, nice telephone poles with cables.
Oh yeah.
Have a peek inside. Oh, that's really nice mesh in there. A lot of change of direction there in the ground.
Very detailed. I really do dig it. I dig it.
Dig it. Dig it. Oh, yes. The depth of this shadow stepping up as the doors progress is gorgeous.
It does feel like real shadows.
It does. I don't think they
that
would
door
turn that
down.
in.
It's good.
What did you say, Sparky?
I'd rather have the door open than have bloody shadows on it.
It's true.
True.
It's true.
Some nice detail, random shit around the buildings. I like that. It kind of helps make it feel a little more organic when you have kind of the random stuff around and barrels, a concrete barrier. Looks like perhaps a little Volvo or Chevy, something like that over there.
A BMW.
BM. That's possible.
No, there's no split in the grill at all. It's a little,
Daisy.
little
First thought
round.
was Volvo.
Yeah, my first thought was Volvo.
That
Ooh,
looks good.
Nice modeling and texturing. Definitely.
$5. Just want to let you know that the entire airport is $5.
I'd have one of those fuel tanks for $5. That'd be
Right?
good for me.
Right? If you went to Fiverr and found somebody that did 3D modeling, you could probably, if you're lucky, pay him $5 to model this fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, think
That's
about
true.
that, right? Like, you can say, dude, I need a 3D model of a fire extinguisher. And he'd be like, yeah, $5. We're
He's gonna
getting
buy
this
one
whole
somewhere
airport.
online.
Yeah, and he's going to go buy it online. Exactly. Like, we're getting this whole airport. How?
It's insane. Beautiful.
Yeah. Just details, details, details. It's a good little spot. Love the night
Yeah.
lighting.
Is it? It's not though. It's not dynamic lighting in V4. That is. Look at the junction between the lights on the ground and the hangar. There's like a bright line there.
Yeah,
I
there
suspect
is.
it's like a plate on top of it, so it's not real lighting. But for $5, you can't complain.
It's very possible this is also the same hangar door that showed depth earlier. And as you can see,
Yeah.
those shadows are not burned in, and this is casting a very different shadow. So this looks like this is a burned in night texture, perhaps.
Yeah.
Looks like we could be wrong. I'm probably going to scoop this up right away, so I'll report back. Ooh,
Wow.
yes. Now, here's the job, right, of the detail-oriented person. I'm looking for patterns.
I am too.
I'm looking for patterns, like immediate.
There's no pattern.
And there's no patterns.
No.
I was
Perfect.
looking at this, right? Like, let's see another place I can find this, and there isn't. Or let's see this, and there isn't.
It's probably just out of shot.
Right?
Yeah.
This little patch right here, right?
Yeah.
Details. Love that. Love
Nice,
that. Love
nice.
that. Very cool.
Yeah.
So the first one is out. These are legacy products, so they've been around for some time. 2014, 2011, 2013, 12. Myrtle Beach.
It's actually the first time.
Cool.
It's actually the first time I properly hear of them.
Yeah, I've not heard of
existing.
them before.
But they've been there since 2011. So good job, airport guys.
And this one from the X-Plane world, also submitted by Crazy K, FlightFactor A320 Ultimate preview video. Nothing to read. Skip on over to that source link and enjoy the video. He says, you think these guys could give PMDG and Flight Sim Labs a run for their money if they made products available for P3D? Discuss.
They would not. They would not. There's just so many damn things on that airplane. Dude, you have a tablet, you have the circuit breakers, you have all the system, the flight dynamics in X-Plane. Dude, I want this thing to stay in X-Plane.
You want it to
looks
stay in
so
X-Plane?
Oh yeah, it looks so. We already have the Flight Sim Labs on the P3D level. That's calibrated for X-Plane. Dude, they press the switches on the overhead. They fade in and out like the real bulbs do.
Wow.
You can't do that in P3D. I have not seen that in P3D. On X-Plane, it seems like it's so easy. All the developers are doing it, and I can't stop looking at it. I could press that button in and out for days.
It's like that? Dude, I'm going to need an animated GIF.
It's so, well, you just see it in the video, man. You loop it.
You loop it. But I have to say, and don't get me wrong, right? Like I love X-Plane and I love the amount of detail. But to me, there's as beautiful as some of the shadowing is and stuff, this has such a plasticky feel to me. It's too perfect. Too
Airbus, they're
refined.
freaking plastic. They're French plastic.
Life in plastic. It's fantastic.
It's a shader problem. And when they do fix the freaking stupid shader problem, they'll already have the airplanes on the platform, you know? So they'll all look good, spectacularly good, just like the reflection that they introduced recently.
Yeah, no, this looks sick, dude. It does.
It'll really
Oh, there's the buttons I see.
ah,
I see. It's like, phew.
it looks so good. Small details, dude. I love this. That's going to be probably, and I say this now, probably going to be my first real serious buy for X-Plane.
Hmm.
I've held off for so long because all the airplanes that I see are not up to my quality standard. This one is.
My
This
God,
one's
this is
really
like a
good.
fully usable tablet.
It is. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful interface. My goodness. Do you
So
think
good.
that that's actually calculated data we're looking at?
Oh yeah.
So that's not
I
like
thought the
here's a pre-designed graphic. That's calculated data and being graphed.
It's probably, it might be because it's a development build, but I suspect it's not going to be a static one when they ship it.
Wow. Look at that
Because
interface.
it's
That's
just-
gorgeous.
Yeah, they have no reason not to put it in there.
Right.
There's a
Dang.
browser in that tablet too, I think I saw. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
come
map.
on, guys. I want to watch
Oh.
Netflix playing.
It's so good.
Wow.
It's just so good.
That's Google Map
Oh.
data. Yeah.
It's Google Map legit in a browser in the sim.
What?
So good.
Let me get the Sky Lounge up there. That's awesome.
So that's FlightFactor, and they have other airplanes available, and I
Like
really
what?
don't like them. They have flight fighters, the 757, and I think they're doing the 777. I might be wrong. Are they?
I don't know.
Because the 757 and the 777, the geometry of the cockpit is not right. It feels wrong. But this one does feel perfect. It seems like they nailed it on the spot. It's just looking perfect. Dude, I want coffee on that tray. Oh,
Right?
you have the cabin as well.
Yeah, details.
Look at the stickers. Dude, you can read all of it.
Every single sticker is completely legible.
And it's
Look at-
written
oh,
toilette
wow.
on the thing.
Look at that.
I want to see
Yeah,
the
don't
chutes.
touch that, buddy. Don't touch that.
I want to see the chutes, man. If you don't disarm it, the chutes go down. That'd be insane. Yeah, you can walk everywhere.
Details again, right? Look at that.
Not a lot of developers are doing cabins in P3D these days. I guess it should come back because of V4, but in X-Plane, it seems like all the serious airplanes have it. It's very nice to be able to walk outside of the cabin, of the cockpit into the cabin.
So if tomorrow they announced and we're porting this over to P3D, would that give them a run for their money?
No. Well,
PMDG?
maybe, but people are already into the flight sim labs, so
Yeah.
we're already the market has already been covered very well. The P3D with what the platform has to offer, so I don't think it would be worth their time to do that conversion.
Cool. Thank you for that, Crazy K. Released FS2 crew for the PMDG 747 Queen of the Skies out now. This one's submitted by me. This is exciting. I have yet to pick it up. I've not had any computer time this past week, but I am excited to do so. Have any of you scooped this one up yet?
I've scooped it up, but I've not used it yet. I've loaded it. I've printed the manual off, and it looks very similar to the rebooted 7371. So we should be good with it.
And Mr. B, if I'm not mistaken, it was a birthday gift for you, yeah?
It was a birthday gift, yes.
Mr.
My
B?
first birthday gift.
Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday.
Happy
Everybody
birthday.
wish
Thank
Mr.
you.
B a happy birthday.
Happy
This
birthday.
is birthday. I know what his present is, but I'm not saying.
Do you?
Because
Is
I'm
it-
evil.
Is it your pants?
It's not my pants. No.
He's gonna get a package. Dear Mr. B, these are my flying pants for good landings.
I know that I get my 10% discount card for a Wednesday from B&Q because I'm over 60 after Friday.
Gosh. It's a very consistent experience. If you have used their products before, this is going to be very consistent with that. As far as kind of the usability of the bar, the voice and button control options. They did build in some other little things. There's a little golden nugget in here. stating that they built in a camera system type deal. Free bonus, FS2Q camera tech. This panel allows users to easily switch to different VC camera and cockpit views with a single mouse click. It's a bit like EasyDock. So that's kind of cool. I'm guessing that it's like the panel that exists in some of the Aerosoft planes, where it's just, here's some preset views for you, and it's just another little comfort for those that may not be using EasyDock or Chase Plane or any other camera view software.
Yeah, because from what we saw at FlightSimCon last year, maybe around 15% of people are using a camera add-on. So I guess it's useful for those people to be able to reach in the cockpit those buttons and stuff like that. So it's a good addition. It's a free bonus.
I was surprised when you asked on stage at FlightSimCon, and you asked like, how many of you are using camera software? And it was such a small segment of that room at that time that raised their hands. And probably you saw dollar signs, but
I'll ask it again at Cuthbert.
But that's also like, that's the uphill battle, right? Like that's what you have in front of you, are these folks that have yet to even know what that's all about. Like, why do I want to change views? I'm looking out the cockpit window. I'm good. Like, and 2D panels are still popular. 2D panels are still popular. So people just keystroke 2D panel up. They do what they need to do, and it's gone.
Some people are fine with the default camera system. Totally fine with that. But when it comes the time to access some specific stuff like the FS2 crew, the buttons in the cockpit, that would not be accessible otherwise. Yeah, it's useful to have a tool for that.
The thing is, I've found with FS2 crew is I have all their products for V3, and I've got it for the 777, I've got it for the 747 and the Airbus. I've got all their products, and I'm not going to buy them again for V4 because I've found using them on the products is I actually prefer to fly the plane myself now. I mean, it's nice to have that interactive side of things if you like that, but I've actually found that I prefer to click the buttons myself now.
I abuse my FOs often. I scream at them, I yell at them, I bitch at them. They occasionally will call me out.
One button. He just wants one button and everything is done in the right order. I can concentrate on the cinematography.
Yeah, exactly. I want to concentrate on visuals, and it is nice. Sometimes I'm using the outside views, doing cinematics, and then I know what I have to press and when in flight, and so you hear the interaction in the cockpit, but you're seeing the plane from the outside. And I like that. I like that for production value. I like that very much. And in some of the planes, because I don't fly them often, the more I use FS2 Crew, the more comfortable I am with my personal timing on the times where FS2 Crew fails me. Right? If I go around and FS2 Crew isn't prepped to do all the stuff again, I'm comfortable. I don't need it because I know roughly when to do what and what to do. And it's helped me because it's repetitious, right? It's constantly the same cycle of, all right, we've departed, we need stable, gear up, flaps up at around this, 10,000 feet this, 18,000 feet that. I mean, you start to get the feel for everything you have to do in an aircraft.
It's a good training tool.
It is. It's a really, really, really good training tool. So, thousands of new sound files. That's cool. And I have to say that after listening to the video, their sounds are getting significantly better. Really, really, really nice recordings. Realistic departure and approach briefs. And 3 voice sets are coming in the default installation as well. So, Sparky, do you use the voice still when you do use it?
As I said, I don't have any of them with V4 now, so I don't use it at all now as a product. I mean, as my statement is, it's nice to have, but not required.
Word. And Mr. B?
Sparky used to just swear at it.
He did. I do recall that.
Oh man, I
He
used to
does
go
this,
crazy. I used to go crazy at mine because it obviously just doesn't understand my accent, or I trained it, and I'd spend hours on Microsoft voice recognition trying to get it to understand me. And,
Hey, cool experiment, by the way. This week, I'm writing down my speech at Cosford, right? And I figured that if I write this speech while talking instead of typing it on the keyboard, it's easier for me to make good paragraphs and talk about real stuff. And I started to record it using the Microsoft built-in speech recognition, which maybe I'm mistaken, but I believe that the FS2 crew uses the same. Use that framework, right? So I tried to record it on Windows and I tried to record it on Mac OS, and Mac OS is so much better and light years ahead of Microsoft's speech recognition. I was fighting with it on Windows for 15 minutes. I was getting frustrated because I kept saying very simple sentences and it would not register. I did it on the Mac and it got everything right. Everything. So they should make an application that runs on OS 10 that you can connect to the sim via network that does the command.
Connect your phone to your iPhone to your PC and just use Siri.
Yeah, just use Siri.
Siri, put the landing gear up.
I just don't get this whole gender thing.
No, it's not working.
Yeah, leave your undercarriage alone, Edson.
PMDG jet streaming to P3D. Yes, the J41. This one submitted by Smurf John. Big news from PMDG. They say, good day, turboprop captains. We haven't forgotten about our PMDG British Aerospace Jetstream 41 fans, and we're currently pushing forward to bring this aircraft to you in P3D. Get ready to brush up on your engine management skills because this will be landing on your desktop in short order.
That's your kind of airplane, eh?
That's my kind of plane. I'm all over this.
I just threw the Canadian A at the end of my sentence. I just noticed it.
Give me this in South America.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. That looks good. It looks good in P3D. It looked good in FSX, but now it just looks so much better.
I remember flying this in FSX.
Yeah, with the icing and all.
Mm-hmm.
It has the VC rain effect. It's one of the only aircraft that has it, and it's baked in. It's the picture that has the most comments and most it's this one.
Yeah, and they retained this.
Yeah. By the way, keep an eye at Cosford about that.
Oh yeah?
Just saying.
Will this look like poop? Maybe.
Can't say.
He says nothing. It's just silence. I love it. I love the silence. Damn it.
Let's talk about the cockpit, shall we?
Yes, let's talk about the cockpit.
Do the wipers clear that?
I doubt it.
I think they do. Yeah. But
I don't even remember. It's been ages.
Yeah, it's been ages. But if
I'll
they
look
did,
at the lighting on that artificial horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
nice. Real soft.
But that cockpit, I don't know who designed that, but dude, they just opened up a bag of gauges and threw them at
Catapulted
the
them.
Yeah.
If it fits, you just put it there.
They look like they're removable and modular. They would be magnets on the back, and they'd be like, "Oh, you want to rearrange this? No problem. Snap on, snap off." Just they really do. Completely modular units there.
So how difficult was this to fly in the old version?
Very. It's a pain in the ass. But I can't say I ever flew this one as much as I did, just get it into the air and goof off and take screenshots. So, I think it's going to be different this time around, as people are expecting a lot more out of me when I fly planes, and It'll be interesting on the air. I'm sure of it. It will be interesting on the air. You
It's
can
another
expect
one of those.
clip of the weeks.
It's another one of those that plots to kill you.
I'm just looking to see how the Sky Lounge paint job would look on this. Just
Oh,
imagine it in my head.
that's gorgeous. Nimbus simulations at St. Barts. This from the X-Plane world. Final screenshots before release.
Is this one of these hurricane hit airports?
Well,
Wow.
it's just next to St. Martin.
Yeah, it's just on the other end.
Oh my.
Yeah, so this is Juliana, just on the other side of the island, and St. Barts is smaller than this airport. This is nuts.
And also the shape of the terrain there would funnel all the devastation into the airport. At least in one of the directions, whether they're on the westerly or easterly part of the storm.
That's devastating, man. Such an iconic
Yeah.
airport.
Yeah.
Both of them are iconic airports, man. It's unbelievable what Mother Nature can do.
Mm.
Yeah, well, it will be cool to see it like this.
Yeah.
Good memories.
Looking real good in X-Plane. Real good in X-Plane. That beautiful approach. Look at that detail. That's the AC commander. Aero commander, you know. The tourists love this.
We've made that approach a few times. And if you haven't tried it, guys, and go and get is it Aerosoft? Make sure you get the full
Fly
pack, 'cause you
Tampa.
can't Barts with it. Is it Fly Tampa?
I think it's
make
Fly
sure I get it
Tampa.
right. Yeah, because there's two packs, isn't there? There's
Yeah.
just the airport, and then you get the full pack, and you've got this and Barts and another one, haven't you?
Yep.
You get three
There's only
airports, and their approach is crazy.
Yeah. There's only helicopters and Harriers that will stop for the pedestrian crossing, though.
Look at that.
Beautiful, isn't it? Look at the rocks.
Yeah, I love the rocks. I was gonna point out the rocks and the vegetation. Look at
Yeah.
how beautiful the vegetation is. The statue here as well. All the signs. Yeah, that's sharp. Very
good.
cool. Very cool. Coming soon to X-Plane by Nimbus Simulations. Jetman I don't know. Jetman announces Bremen EDDW. This one submitted by Crazy K. Hi, this is the first rendering of one of the next projects I'm working on. After releases of Marsa Alam and Agadir, I will do something different this time. Maybe someone can guess the next destination. Well, it's been guessed. It's Bremen. This looks beautiful.
That was the German airport for you, Mr. B. I know you like the German airports.
Yeah. Northwest
Ryanair.
Germany, this one.
That's Ryanair, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Great detail in here. Lots of good detail work.
Looking good so far.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Jetman, I can't say I've heard of them either.
The only Jetman I know is the guy in Dubai that does
like-
like the wings thing.
Yeah, I know the the wing thing, the Jetman. Yeah. The Marsa Alam I do know of, but I guess I never pinned the name Jetman with it for some reason.
Yeah, same.
Thank you, Crazy K. Flight 1 GNS Complete Edition released. This is fun. This one brought to us by Mr. Tarpoon.
I was thinking about picking up the GNS, and then I saw the price.
Well, now you're getting the two. The GNS Complete Edition is released, following up on our GTN Complete release. They have joined both the the GNS 430 and 530 into one package. It's $54.95, Sparky. That would have been individually $64 each. That's less than half the price of what the other ones would have been, what they would have been individually.
Still pretty
one.
pricey for what it is.
And has it got the fixed database which you're stuck with?
I'm not sure if this uses their own database like the GTN does, or it uses the Microsoft information.
No, it's the same. Navigation database contains location reference for airport. I mean, it's basically that.
Yeah, but is it provided by Garmin though? Is it provided by Garmin? That's the. It's not written. I can't. I don't see that anywhere.
They won't detail it because that's one of the weaknesses of the program.
Yeah, in fact, if it is, I guess.
If it is, yeah. So it puts me off these things.
I mean, it's nice to have the GTN 750 and 650, and but you do get those airports, and it just doesn't know where they are, and you have to manually edit it and add them yourself. But I can see that being awkward with this system.
Yeah, because of the interface.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I wonder. Yeah, I mean, it's possible then that this uses the Microsoft built-in database.
It looks like it's the Garmin one because there was one of the shot where the knob at the bottom was hovered, and it's that one, and it's the exact same thing as the 750, the exact same UI and hover and stuff. So that's part of the Garmin one. So I'm pretty sure now that it's Garmin based.
Well, it's a Garmin unit. You would expect it to be that same Garmin data they have access to. Includes a worldwide navigation database. So it's like included. So it doesn't say that it's reading from your sim.
No. It's a bit fishy if they don't write it. It's not compatible with Navigraph and stuff like that. It's a bit fishy, so yeah, it's not good for me. I already have the 750.
Look at the GTN and the Eclipse and the Pantera. I mean, updated by Navigraph every month. It's like a godsend.
Yeah.
Makes these feel like the Stone Age.
Yeah, that's definitely a nice feature in that Pantera, right? The X-plane.
Because if the issue that I have with this particular unit and the 750 is the fact that you're stuck with the database that it comes with. Yeah. And if you have some planning tools that use Navigraph's data, like PFPX and stuff like that, to prepare your flight if you fly IFR, then your routes sometimes they're just not compatible with it because the air rack is not following the database. So that's my only issue that I have with it. But it's a big enough one with including the price. Look at the price, it's a big issue enough for me not to use it.
In the built-in ones in Sim, you have that GPS accessing Sim data.
Yeah.
And in this, you have it accessing something completely different than Sim data, which may not match up. So you have the better experience of like a more accurate UI, but you run the risk of having kind of this disconnect of navigational data. And it's easier to deal with that when you have a product as powerful as, for example, the GTN series, where that trade-off becomes a little bit less serious because you can easily add airports and things like that because it's got the whole click interface, and you can say drop an airport right here and save it as this iCal. Okay, all done. It's going to be different.
I think that if you get the data for that GPS, it's the same format for the real one. So you could technically take that data, put on an SD card, and update the real thing with it. So that's, I think, the main reason why it's so expensive to update them, because it's the real deal. It's actual aviation data.
We don't need real. We're flight simmers. The X-Plane guys have proved that you can write this thing from the ground up and have it use Navigraph, because we use it in the Pantera.
Yeah, Eclipse. Maybe it might be a mix of poor decisions or probably a licensing deal as well.
X-Plane is like X-Planers are like the jailbreakers of the flight sim. Just making shit happen way better. Yeah.
But making a GPS like this is probably as complex or even more complex than designing an entire airplane.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what I found. I found that they took so long to update the products for V4 that I got used to not using them.
Oh, yeah.
it's not installed on my end simply because of the wrapper, the Flight 1 wrapper. It's the only reason why it's not installed.
You're still on that.
Yeah, dude, they need to upgrade to the 21st century. They've had that for 20 years now. It's time to move on. It's a pain in the ass.
There you go. There's your note, Flight 1. Your wrapper's a pain in the ass, and we need Navigraph integration into these products because awesomeness would come from
Their
that.
sales would go through the roof if they had them updated monthly.
QualityWings 787 paint kit now available. So we've got the paint kit before the plane. This one submitted by Crazy K. Does this mean we're nearing release? I hope so, he says. However, from what I read from the developers, they were like, this does not mean an imminent release. So this is just kind of a little head start, if you will. So the paint kit is available, and they included a model as well.
So that's funny, and I really
Which makes
like
me
that
think
approach.
that they don't have a repainter on board. They've probably got the base model and that's it. They haven't got any paint, so they'll get a community to do the paints for us.
They do have liveries, but that's a funny one. That's the first time I've seen this personally. Some developers releasing a paint kit and a model before the release.
It is
and
weird.
It's very interesting, and it's great because that means that when it releases, people will already have their liveries done.
Yeah,
and that's genius, absolutely genius to get people waiting. But no, Sparky, they definitely have their liveries and a whole bunch of it, so that's not a problem.
Well, at the same time, if you read the fine print here, this to me looks more like a move to say, guys, it's for real. Like, it's not, this is not vaporware, and you can tell in that sentence right there. Right? Yeah. This product is not a unicorn, LOL. And then you release the paint kit and the model, and then people are like, oh, damn, okay. Yeah, there's a full model. Like, this is happening. The 787 is coming. This shit's real. So I think it's more that kind of step in the direction of, like, guys, we need to put something out. Because if you recall, when I chatted with them at FlightSimCon, they mentioned a very firm deadline of the end of the summer. And they said, like, we've got to get this out by the end of the summer. Like, there's a lot of pressure coming down on us from the people above that we have to get this out by the end of the summer. Bro, that's gone, man. Like, we're moving into
September 22.
Yeah, we're moving into fall here. In the next, 10, 12 days, we're moving into fall. So, tick tock.
But tell you what, when they press the button, we'll be pressing a button too.
Beautiful. So, we're gonna leave it at that.
Out.
We're gonna leave it at that. The Milviz FG1 Corsair promotional video. This one also submitted by Mr. Tarpoon. That has to be a real photograph.
No, I can say by the trees in the background that it's not, but otherwise.
I love the Corsair. It's a beautiful plane.
Yeah. Especially the blue one.
That's how they park airplanes in Europe. They fold the wing.
It's a carrier-based plane. It's originally.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
God.
Knock knock, A2A. Get on those warbirds, my friends. Get on those warbirds, because if you don't, yeah, Milviz is all over it.
This is perfect.
With the real light, look at that.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, bros.
Oh my god. That looks perfect. It looks like it looked from another sim. It doesn't look like P3D at all.
Oh,
Love the shape of those
this
wings.
baby gets a button click. Sky 5 all day.
Tac pack. Jeez.
Where's Kathleen? Kathleen is a very famous kind of restored model. Oh, dropping bombs.
Oh my God. Are we going to North Korea soon?
Oh my goodness. Not in this thing. Wow. Look at that wear and tear.
The thing is, they say TAC pack, and yet TAC pack isn't available for V4 yet.
Well, yeah, this is V3 2.5 and up. Hate that effect. The bullets. Oh,
Come on,
wow.
VRS simulations, get your act together and get TAC pack out.
I love that. It's so good. The tail hook.
The
as
hook.
well. Oh wow.
That's where a Stalin hit the stern.
That was a prop strike.
Wow. That's absolutely gorgeous. Take my monies. Take my monies. Just around the
10 out of
corner
10.
says, yeah, 10 out of 10. Drop the Sky 5 in there. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Harpoon. You are helping make me a little more light on the wallet. Pilot Pete reports MKStudios Fuerteventura 2017 promo video. He says he had the pleasure to be in the beta testing team for this scenery and was able to do the promotional video, the official promo video. The scenery comes along very, very nice with high resolution quality texturing on the airport buildings and runways. Many landmark objects are included, like the shipwreck of the American Star, the harbor and the city area, Aero Club, Light Tower, and more. The whole island is covered with mesh and photo textures, available soon. Let's have a peek at some eye candy. Dang.
Wow, details.
Dang details. Oh, look at all the slats. Oh man. That's a lot of work, dude.
Oh, that looks good. Beautiful.
So they Jetways, obviously.
Dude, look at all the rust on top. That's awesome. On top of the
It looks abandoned.
Jetways, on top of the hangar, on top of the terminal.
Nice. Bet that lights up nice.
Great ground textures. Great ground textures there. A lot of cracks on the asphalt. Look at that. That's nice too. Beautiful edging. And you see the multiple layers of stuff that got kind of pushed back off the edge. Look at that. You see all the layers where they just kind of sweep shit off. Oh man. Wear and tear on the runway. Beautiful wear and tear. Nighttime.
Yeah, has it got dynamic lighting?
You know,
Curious
that's
to know
so
that.
hard to tell. There's
Yeah.
no telltale way to tell, unfortunately.
Unless an aircraft is close.
Yeah, unless an actual aircraft is loaded up under it.
A lot of landmarks around it.
There's vehicles waiting for Sparky.
Wow, we got the
What you
island.
saying, man? What you saying?
It has the entire island. 10 out of 10 for that
10
one.
out of 10.
Oh,
Wait, do we have a
that's
model?
Clearly it is. Yes. Yes.
Dynamic lighting.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. The
Yeah,
game is
that's a
stepping
10 out
up,
of 10.
guys. The game is stepping up. It's getting, do you notice, like, the stuff we're seeing is hotter and hotter.
It is.
We've got no limitations now. It's great.
Shh, cover up the spinning clouds. One day that'll be solved too.
How much? I want to see how much. It's not
Right?
available yet.
Not yet, but take our monies.
Soon.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's
Whatever it costs,
so
just take
nice. Thank you for that, Pilot Pete. Have a Sky 5.
What I find, with those sort of airports where they do the whole island, I would rather they just did the airport and merged it in with their existing scenery, because I find that the world looks different when they do it separately. It's like when you fly into Mallorca and Aerosoft, it looks nothing like the rest of the sim, because they've done the terrain and everything differently.
Yeah, but it's cool when it's an entire island, right? Because you're over water, you forget there's no comparison or line between the texture types. It's like you're over water, and then all of a sudden this paradise of photoreal.
Yeah, it's a hard one to tackle because you can have different textures for the rest of the world as well, so they don't match up with the island. So
Yeah,
it's all a bit, it's a bit all over the place, but
yeah.
I guess it's a price to pay. But it feels better to have the island entirely than just some random autogen.
This one submitted by Canuckshaw. A VRS GeoPack, Korean and Syrian volumes now available. VRS GeoPack is a new series of 15-meter IFR resolution, pan-sharpened, color-balanced satellite imagery. So this is all photoreal stuff. We've seen a couple of other volumes before on a very early show. These are pretty neat.
Yeah, we talked about North Korea last time.
And here we go. Yeah, this is going to be full photogen for North Korea. They very appropriately published this as being IFR friendly. And I can appreciate that. I definitely can appreciate that. Because, up close, this stuff doesn't look amazing. But it does look amazing from way up high. There's also Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, Palestine, Israel, which is a whole nother region. Look at that coverage.
Wow. Orbex should do a map like this.
All of Iraq. There is a map like this for Orbex regions. I don't think it's an official Orbex one.
No.
It's Google, innit? Google Earth with the KMZ files or whatever they are.
Then we've got Iraq and Kuwait as well.
It's good. Wow, it has coverage. They should have expanded it to Dubai.
So totally seamless, color balanced mosaic. So that means all the tiles have basically been massaged and blended.
Very nice.
FSX and P3D. Yeah, this is awesome for some dog fighting and stuff like that.
High flying.
Yeah, for sure.
Check our drones up over North Korea again.
Yeah, dude, North Korea was beautiful. The terrain was amazing there.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that.
Very nice.
Definitely good
that
for dogfights.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Can I say one thing? I am going to say again, VRS simulations. It's very nice. I love it. It's great. But please, drop this and get on with TAC Pack, man.
We've covered a few episodes ago a developer that had a script to put the autogen in place, and it looked flawless. You guys remember that?
Yep.
It had some satellite imagery and put autogen on top, and it was perfect.
Yep.
Dude, they should collaborate or something. They have a lot of trees in there. It would look beautiful.
They should, huh? That would be neat to see.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful shot, this one. This is wallpaper material.
It is.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
It's really nice. It's really nice. It's really nice quality as well.
Take a Sky 5.
They've they've hand touched a lot of that.
SkySimulations DC-9 for V4 has been released. So this is generating a lot of buzz right now, this plane. It got all sorts of new enhancements, new fuselage, new external lighting, new tail section, new high-def textures, new landing lights, new flight director, etc., etc. It's a gorgeous plane.
Yeah, is that the one that was released, but then they had trouble with it because it was unfinished? Was it the one, or was it another?
No, I don't think so. This is an old plane. It's been out.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, they just brought it over into V4.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking about something else. You wanted some steam gauges. Here they are.
Yeah, and kind of that's what scares me a little bit.
Feels like look. That's like FS 2004 screenshots or something.
Well,
it doesn't feel sharp.
Yeah, it looks like these screenshots are definitely
Posters.
Old screenshots, or they're either old screenshots or they are not the greatest screenshots.
Oh, that's B3D. It is. I recognize it from the shadow. But yeah, I guess it's just the machine it was taken on. The airplane just doesn't feel 21st century.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. I stand corrected for the inside.
I was looking for that specific lighting shot.
Yeah, okay. I stand corrected. Never mind.
Because the lighting in this plane is really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You have all the different kind of style of lights going on. This is sweet.
Yeah, okay. Keep him coming. Come on. Turquoise. That's their color.
Turquoise.
Wow. Okay. Is that the 2D panel?
No.
That's not 3D. It can't be.
That's 3D.
No, that's a 2D panel.
Yeah. That's
I recognize bullshit.
That's a photograph. Yeah, look down here at the...
Yeah. PBR. We're not there yet.
Yeah, there you go. Panel photos. Yeah, panel photos.
Okay.
No, man.
That's
no, dude. No. This is virtual cockpit. No.
No. Dude, it's the only airplane that I saw recently with 2D panels like this. It's not a thing anymore. Who flies like this anymore? Sorry if you do, by the way. But, it's 2017. They're gonna discontinue that thing soon. Yeah. So get on with it. Yeah, it has my interest. It does look good. It does.
Little shuttle
geometrically on the outside, I just feel like the windows they're just painted. They're not transparent. You don't see through them. The engine's geometry is a bit simplistic, but in the cockpit, it does look good. Totally agree.
No clip of the week this week. It's been a bit slow here at the lounge, and well, actually, the crazy people of the lounge have not been able to stream, and the pros kind of took over. So there's nothing really too exciting to see other than some really, really, really good landings by Mr. B, Mr. Pear, Mr. Super Thrive, etc. So moving on to something that did wrap up this week, and some really, really, really cool shots of the tour finale. So the patron tours have once again kicked off. They happen every month. At the beginning of the month, we have a new tour with the patrons. We fly live online. We're on Discord together having laughs. This was the Land of 10,000 Lakes tour. And I would love to share the view and thank each and every patron that showed up every tour night to support the tours. of all the patron flying clubs, man, this tour group right now is going super strong. And this is at the TSL party house here. Look at that.
That was so great. That's so great.
Coming in hot, says Buck.
There's some really nice autogen around that area.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful region. Look at this. It's just all pulling in. It's truly, truly an amazing experience to fly with others. Memories were made. It was an amazing time. If you are the type of person that likes to fly this way and likes to fly with a group of people that are all there with the same level of interest and level of courtesy, of common courtesy in the virtual skies, by all means, check out the patron flying clubs, man. They're an amazing time. So thank you to all the patrons that showed up to support the tour this month. And we're looking forward to the next one that'll be designed by our new tour coordinator, Mr. Strike Eagle. So look at that. That's incredible.
It was a great finale.
And in other news, introducing the Sky Lounge Air Corps. None other than our resident military expert, Mr. Rob Skip, is organizing the Air Corps. Our beautiful Sky Lounge roundel in the pearl black and the gold that you're used to. This is going to be another way to fly together. All sorts of fun stuff like doing recon runs, doing bomber runs, doing fighter jet runs, just general training, transport stuff. He's going to build scenarios for all sorts of military operations. So if you've ever wanted to dabble in military stuff, or if you are already an enthusiast of military stuff, now's the time. The formation of the new patron flying club, the Air Corps. We hope to see you participate. Time for the speed round. Ladies and gentlemen, this is worth mentioning. So all of these topics are worthy of a mention, but not necessarily worthy of a full story. You'll get updates, releases for things that we already covered in detail, etc., etc. Let's kick it off from the top. Turbulent Designs has released Terra Flora. Go out and grab this. It's absolutely gorgeous. However, a word of warning, they are a bit brighter than the Orbex or other comparable products were as far as their overall appearance. So if you have a PTA profile where the vegetation was tuned to accommodate for the darkness that Orbex had, to make things a little brighter and more vivid, beware, your trees will be neon. And now you know where that's from. That was my case. I made specifically my trees look a bit more vivid. And so when I went with Terra Flora, man, it was neon. So I had to tone down my PTA preset a bit and make some adjustments. Keep that in mind. Outside of that, amazing product. Amazing. Blankets of trees, and performance is great. Ideal Flight 10 Pro has been released. The Flight 1 GTN bundle gets an update to 2.02. PK Sim Ernesto Cortez International has been released. Tropical Sim Sao Paulo has been released. So there we go. Another airport down in South America. Just Sim Jerez LEJR has been released for V4 and also for X-Plane 10 and 11. Simultaneous release there. The Just Flight team has released updates for multiple aircraft add-ons. So if you own any of the Just Flight aircraft, have a peek at that thread in the show notes down below. Yours might be on the list as being ready for V4. The CRJ is once again updated to 1.0.1. I need to just put a placeholder in here for the CRJ. It's like every single week there's a CRJ update. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Latin Wings announces LEVC Valencia for X-Plane 11. Lorby SI, Where Are My Aircraft add-on has been updated. Coronado Navigraph updates for V4. Coronado C90 King Air has been released for X-Plane 11. Flight Sim World has a big community update for a lot of True Sky changes, a lot of True Sky updates. Navigraph charts have been released. This is with the Jeppesen charts. The Coronado B1900D has been updated to 1.1 for X-Plane 11. The SkySimulations DC-9 for V4 has been released. More Coronado aircraft coming to V4. So if you have a pretty heavy Coronado hangar, go and check out this list. Sadly, the V35 is not on the list yet. That makes me very sad because we need a V-tail. Just Flight has released the Aero 3 for Flight Sim World. I believe that is absolutely the first add-on aircraft for Flight Sim World. I think they beat Iris to the punch. Flight Beam Visuals Pack. This is really cool. It's another PTA preset in combination with Reshade. So if you've ever wondered how Flight Beam gets their screenshots to look so beautiful, and they do, head over and check out this thread as they give you all the info you need and the tools to make your screenshots look like that as well. FSDG Bangalore International Airport in India has been released. This is a great area, folks. Run out and grab this. The airport looked beautiful as well. FSDG also has released a list announcing plans for new airports. If you're interested there, go have a peek. And sadly, X-Plane 11 UK 2000 Manchester has been delayed. An extended show to make up for last week. Thank you everyone for your patience, and you know, it was so cool to see people asking and asking and asking. It didn't annoy me the slightest bit. I loved it. It really made me feel that we're doing something special here, and that people are looking forward to the shenanigans on the show. Big thank you to all the hosts that join me weekly. Thank you guys for your patience as well. It's been a tough one. It has been a tough one, but we got through it. I am on travel all of next week, so we're going to be getting creative with next week's episode as well, as I will probably be recording remotely. Therefore, I may be on audio only, depending on what internet is like at the time. So we'll see. Thank you for another great show, and thank you for sticking around, folks. Until next time, Sky 5. Oh, and don't forget, if you're going to Cosford, check in our Cosford link. We're bringing lots of goodies to give away. We'll see you there.
63, climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Tempo 63.
63, contact the New York Center 128.3.